Guys, this will be the last lecture for subject-verb agreement and then going into pronoun antecedent agreement. We've got some more rules, and then we go into pronoun antecedent agreement. This is the new PowerPoint, so there we are. Okay, this is a very important rule. It's a rule students often get wrong on the quiz. The number of a relative pronoun, such as that, who, or which, is determined by the number of its antecedent, meaning that word to which it's connected that comes before it. So, for example, this who is going back to Jessica, okay? So since the who is connected to Jessica, restating Jessica, Jessica is singular. That makes the who singular, which is why we choose the verb takes. All right? All of the workers, now we've got the who connected to workers. Now all is a Sandman pronoun. So all is plural because workers are plural. Who comes back to workers or all, you can look at it either way, but it's really to the closer word. Who goes back to workers, making who, okay. Can we go backward, please? Oh, this is going well. This is going well. All right, so as I was saying, who goes back to workers. Want is a plural verb because who is plural due to workers. All right? Don't mess this up. This is an easy one to screw up, okay? Next, even when plural in form, the name of a country, city, or an organization generally is treated as singular. The Philippines is a country comprised of many islands. Okay, this is kind of like the collective noun rule where we think of the Philippines as one whole thing, not all the thousands of islands that comprise them, but just that one unit, that political entity that is the Philippines. All right? Same thing with the UN. The United Nations tries to broker harmony and democracy amongst its member states. Okay, we're not talking about all the nations that make up the UN. We're just talking about the UN as a singular entity, all right? So think of these things as singular. There are exceptions. There always are in grammar. There are exceptions. Go check out the grammar book, chapter 5, in these rules sections if you want to look at when the exceptions happen for when you might use a plural. They're rare. It's usually, almost all the time, going to be a singular verb. All right. Pronoun antecedent agreement. This is the second half of the chapter, all right? So an antecedent is a noun or pronoun that appears in a sentence before a pronoun that must agree. I know that sounds confusing, but look at our example. John is the antecedent. So whatever pronoun we're going to use to replace John must match him in gender and in person, singularity, plurality, whatever the grammar word is. So John is singular and male, so we have to use the singular male appropriate match, and that is he. All right? All of the rules for the subject-verb agreement apply for a pronoun antecedent agreement. So if you're making a pronoun agree with either, it's got to be a singular pronoun. If you're making a pronoun agree with many, it's got to be a plural pronoun, which in the case is there. All right? So, and I've given you your singular pronouns there: he, she, it, his, her, its. Plurals: we, they, their. By the way, animal lovers, unless the name of an animal is given in the sentence, and I even hate giving you this argument, animals are things, okay? I don't care if you dress it up in a sweater and take it out on a walk. I don't care if you ridiculously give it your family last name. It is not a person. Hence, grammatically, we treat animals as its. I'm sorry if that messes with your little sweet Fifi, but we treat it as an it. You might convince me if Fifi is named, and I know that Fifi is a feminine name, I might buy into a sentence like, Fifi, my French poodle, loves her collar. But that's really stretching it. It really should be an it. It's only recently since we started loving these animals that I'd even make that bend. Animals are its. It's one of the things I'm a hard liner on. Don't think of them as him, his or her. All right, so let's do some pronoun and antecedent examples just to kind of get you practice, because I'll be giving you lots of handouts with this stuff. Everyone on the team will bring their equipment to the game, okay? So here's the pronoun, their, and it's got to agree with what word? Let's do a little door explorer here. What word does there have to agree with? Everyone. Very good, guys. Backpack, backpack. All right, so everyone is singular. There is plural. We got an issue here. Everyone never changes. Remember, when we're doing agreement, we either change the verb or we change the pronoun. So since everyone is singular, we've got to go with the singular form of there. Now this is where we might reference this prep phrase, everyone on the team. Well, we're not quite sure what team. We're not sure that it's co-ed, so to be politically correct, we change there to, that's right, his or her. All right, so everyone on the team will bring his or her equipment to the game. Next, either Mary or Louise will take their kids to the sleepover. Well, Mary or Louise, singular subjects connected by or nor, take a singular verb. Hence, they would also take a singular antecedent. There is a plural antecedent. So we know we have two women here. We know we're in the female. So we're going to change there to her. Each of the clerks does a good deal of work around their office. Notice this their theme I've worked with here. So there, once again, is plural. There is agreeing with, meaning what's its antecedent? Yeah, each. Always think of it as that, indefinite pronoun, just like when we do subject-verb agreement, we want the verb to agree with that indefinite pronoun. When we have these situations, we want the antecedent to be the indefinite pronoun. So each is singular. There is plural, so there's got to go. Let's reference this prep phrase of the clerks. Again, we're not sure if those clerks are all male, all female, so we're going to err to the side of caution, and we're going to change there to his or her. All right? All of the jewelry has lost their glow. Now, even though I tell you all the time not to rely on your ear, this one should jump out at you. All, one of the Sandman pronouns, reference the prep phrase. Jewelry, so all is singular. There is plural. Jewelry, like your pet, is an it, so we change there to its. Finally, neither the actors nor the director did their job. I'm going to let you think about this. This is a tricky one. Singular and a plural subject connected by or nor. What influences the verb? That's right, whichever one is closer. So director is closer to our verb did. Hence, director is singular. So we've got to change there to his or her. Because again, we don't know if the director is female or male. However, if I inverted actors with director, then actors would be closer to the verb. Actors would be plural, and there would be okay. So once again, because we've talked about this in class, it's all about which of those two is closer to the verb, influences the verb, and then also influences the pronoun when we're talking pronoun antecedent agreement. That's all I got this time. That concludes the lectures. See y'all later.